Yes, and welcome back. The program still remains as it is hot. And before we go that break, we tell our viewers, say, somebody go join us, somebody will be say at least now a very important personality at going by at least in youthful age. And also going by the fact, say, look, now somebody will get passion for in people, we get passion for Nigerians, also get passion for the people of Etiosa constituency. And at least India also they come out to contest for the position of the Lagos State House of Assembly under the platform of Action Democratic Party, that is ADP. And who would they talk about? They talk about none other person than Honorable Taiwo Oreoluwa Osoyin. Honorable Taiwo, you're welcome to us in the hot.
Thank you very much.
I know say a lot of, at least once I don't introduce you, a lot of viewers go talk, we know these are bros now. No be today, you don't express or show passion for issues that concern Nigeria. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
I know say if they listen to the stories what they give before we go that break, and looking at it again, maybe we'll at least review these stories. The first story what I give get to do with the activity we play out yesterday for National Assembly as the parliamentary staff of the Association of Parliamentary Staff, so they work for National Assembly, just carry placards. So they carry placards, say, look, we don't tire. That they owe us. There are certain days, couple of demands we're not supposed to meet, when I never meet. And the fact that they even owe us is enough for us to do it. They carry placard, protest, say, look, make una do something about our salaries and our anything that has to do with our welfare. And following the report we also happen, they hear today say police come take over the place, ensure say the entrances them block and so they no go allow these protesters to come in. And also following that same report, waiting lead to that report that the fact say some legislators talk say look, make them stop the protesters from proceeding or pushing forward their protest because of the visit where Oga President won't visit tomorrow. Looking at this present reality where they before us, and looking at the fact, say, this is happening at the heart of power. Of course, the legislative power, we say at least people who don't give that responsibility. So, okay, make na go represent us, make na go make sure say our welfare, they're good. Seeing these people where they walk around there, where they ensure say their daily activities, their daily operational activities, they go well. And also hearing this fact, say, look, they never pay them. What does this say about our legislature? Perhaps what does this say about the way we actually value people where they give us services?
Good evening, everybody, and good evening, viewers. But the honest truth be say, this country today, things no they go fine. Unless we deceive ourselves. Everywhere, parliamentary workers, they complain, they never pay. ASUU, they complain, say they won't strike, or they don't strike already. ASUU, the same thing. Everybody, they strike one way or the other. It simply shows, say, the government of the day, be it executive and the legislative, have failed the people. And that's the honest truth. There is no other way to say it. It's sad because these people, before they come out, I feel remember about last 2 weeks or thereabouts, these people, they agitate, say, they never pay them salary. This agitation don't start, not yesterday. They don't agitate since last 2 weeks, say they never pay them salary. Even last 2 weeks, I think last 2 weeks, they know if they shut down some facilities until yesterday again, where they shut down some facilities in the National Assembly. They are not waiting, be say, waiting they even vex me, be say, out of all these things, these people they right on because that is their salary. They have not been paid. And why government can't they use police harass them? Rather, why come, okay, we will discuss for round table, okay, we go pay you so and so day. It's just unfortunate that for this country, where people go to do bad, and because of the day in position of power, that they take them as opportunity to ride on every other person. And it's very sad, sincerely. It's sad because these people get family, and the hunger they for land, and it's sad if they cannot pay them.
Make I bring up, you said something about, say, the government of the day. If you're looking at the government of the day, say they don't fail.
Yes, exactly.
At least, make also look at, if you look the National Assembly, for instance, you go at least, we not go deny the fact, say, these people are made up of individuals from different political parties.
Exactly.
Of course, we collectively come together. But do you think it is about the government in place, or about a particular structure where we say we really need to probably look? And if we also don't see people where they coming from different parasites or different political parties and never really fit the fine, say, okay, this is the way forward. don't you also think that somehow, that a lot still needs to be done, irrespective of a lot still needs to be done, no matter the person where they come in, and no matter the kind of promises where the person they come in, that it is about addressing the structures and ensuring that the structure they properly addressed.
Ukubi, make I no lie to you. The structure for Nigeria today, or the system of government in Nigeria today, is the bad, or the bad people governs the good people. This is not about political party now.
If you talk to the bad people govern
Yes.
the good people, don't you also think, say, looking at Nigerians as we did now, I mean, we understand the fact that things are not going well.
Exactly.
So don't you also think normally common sense supposed to tell us, okay, if we don't they give so much room for a lot of people, we be say when they really chart our own cause. You know, also to say normal moral values should say, okay, it is time we get things done the way it should be done.
Now, Ukubi, make I tell you something. Government is the people. The idea of government or governance is from the people. The people that make this government are from the people, are from the society. Now, something is wrong somewhere. And what is wrong is the people have decided that this is the kind of person they want to represent them, or they want to lead, that they want to be led, and that they want to be following. And you know, there is always a very constant truth about good and bad. You know who good, you know who bad. So if the people have decided that they want the bad person, may they continue to govern them. It's a matter of choice from the people, and it is actually wrong that the people still the people have the mandate that every 4 years they can make a change of government. But what happened is this. Maybe it's a fear factor. Maybe it is as a result of some certain unforeseen circumstances or hunger, or maybe some certain things that have made people to, okay, let us continue to revolve around this suffering and this negligence of government. So it's about the decision of the people. The people need to begin to make rightful decisions for their own future. And that is the honest truth.
But to conclude this particular one, and waiting at least as somebody who they aspire to become a legislator, waiting be that immediate thing we could probably put out there, tell our legislators, okay, at the time being, because of say these people now, people where they work for now, waiting that immediate way if you tell them at least so they will also feel calm the situation down. So we will feel to at least enter into the next term.
The honest should be say, Ukubi, these people they get salary structure. They're supposed to pay them a particular amount of money. The money they somewhere. Maybe they don't. Maybe some people they use and campaign for forthcoming election. Maybe some people know. So the honest should say, maybe they don't pay these people their money. Some people don't carry the money they use and campaign for election. So that's the honest truth. So there is no the only thing I can tell them is let these people live by paying them their salary and let them live fine. That's the honest truth. That's
okay, straight up, make we enter into the second story, and this one get to do with the House of Assembly. We don't okay the visit of Oga Prezo tomorrow, at least ahead of the presentation of the 2019 budget. And one people, at least a lot of people would always talk here say when it comes to the issue of say budget presentation, we involve money. We always see these collective units where they play out among legislators. But when it comes to the issue of say okay, at least proper governance to the people, you could see divided attention, you understand, and all that sudden conflict could they play out. Okay, but focusing on the budget this time around, and focusing on the fact, okay, the 2019 budget is coming up. We go actually address within next year would be like. We don't see a lot of presentations, and some Nigerians go talk say we never actually still see the effect of previous budgets in the life of Nigerians. Waiting be that we will also expect from our legislators on their own part. Okay, Oga President, they come present budget. Make we leave aside our differences. Make we look the budget and address them so that we go know the key thing waiting inside the budget. We go actually fit at least reflect on the people, or rather look at development in advancing it.
The honest truth we say, if this budget has gone through a lot of review from different committees in the House of, in the legislative arm of government alongside with executive. So they have done their own work. But the only thing I would tell, or the only thing I can say on this budget issue is, if it is possible, last year the budget came around early enough, like about July, August or thereabout, and with the hope say we will get this 12 months budget system. Unfortunately, we no get them. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. The budget was passed later on and things like that. But if the budget can be passed early enough, at least it will allow the system, the economy to roll around in a way that things will be in place and everything will go smoothly. However, for the people and for the direct impact of governance, the honest truth is this: the legislative arm of government is more of like the sole responsibility of having direct governance with the people. The executive are far away from the people, and I believe that by the time they are doing the budget presentation tomorrow, it will have considered a lot of factors and the need of the people in this budget.
Honorable, may I tell you? Well, I believe so. You know, say na PG platform with it.
I know.
Because Nigeria, some Nigeria go bros, you don't switch. So make we just at least for the benefit of Nigeria,
Okay.
make we maintain that pidgin. Okay, still looking at the budget. Just as you talk, a lot of committees don't look into their own various responsibilities and also ensures at least a proper implementation of the 2019 budget play out. Okay, from the same committee, if I go also feel ask, what we also expect, how then we go feel ensure, okay, this committee, besides just beyond just the responsibility we don't play, at least they go also feel get themselves more involved in ensuring, say, the budget
is properly executed.
Exactly. So how they go also feel ensure, say, they monitor the system so that they make no job, say, they play that major role and they go sit down.
2016, Nigeria budget now about 7-point-something trillion. This last budget was 8.3 trillion or thereabout. I'm not sure about the exact, but over 8 trillion naira. Now, I don't know what this coming one will be, but the honest thing we say, when they passed the last budget, 2018, after they passed the budget, Oga President will come out again, talk, say he won't do what do they call it? More of like the budget wey dey on ground no go dey enough to pass. So they was requesting for another money to be passed and things like that. So everything simply shows that they need to do what we call proper planning. Make a plan before they come out, and not only that, make them find out, say, okay, if we dey budget so and so amount, make we know say this money we go fit get am. Number one, we go fit execute at least 80% or 90% of the projects where they on ground, because I get a lot of work, a lot of projects they where still they abandoned, still they unfinished, still, and the next thing say for this 2019 budget again, some of these projects go see they arise again, and some people go even start to put another new money again where ordinarily they're supposed to finish, or so it's just a matter of trying to ensure that everything goes smoothly, and the government also make sure say they fit get the money to get the necessary funds to execute the budget. Not that they give us big money and nothing go there for ground.
Yeah. Okay, straight up, make we go into strike action, and this one, I mean, it is sadden. It really hit us. It did disappoint to say every time ASU, if not be ASU, it go be ASU. It go be probably one school organization where they go on strike. And then going by the news we will get, now then they hold meeting and the meeting still no hold. As a matter of fact, this is like more like the third meeting we ASU don't hold with federal government on top of this strike action we don't they run for like 2 months, and yet there is no conclusion, no headway to ram. And it is obvious, say, look, ASU is standing on their own ground to say, okay, if this is not done, we are not going back on our own decision. But if we also look we go talk, say, yes, even as much as we know, say, education are a key thing. And don't just think, say, maybe ASU as a group, where they define, where they try and chart a course for proper education when it comes to both structural and the academic itself. At least in trying to also look at the government in place, make them also feel okay. What is it you have? Let us know how we follow it up, so that at least by the time what you have at this moment is being offered, then what then will be the next phase? When are we getting the next offer? So that we know, say, with that gradual step, we could achieve this thing gradually, small, rather than just demanding for that full package.
Now, make we no lie to ourselves. Every nation we want to develop must build on education.
Yeah.
Currently, as we talk, Nigeria is budgeting below 3%, just a bit above 3% in our budget, and subsidy is taking about 60% of our budget. So it shows where we don't put our priority. Until the government of Nigeria begin to appreciate, say, education is the bedrock of any national development. When I mean bedrock, make a break down. Now education go make the country to grow where we supposed to make and reach. So what if ASUU about last month or there about ASUU they strike, ASUU don't join. Now it shows something is wrong somewhere. So all we need to do is may we begin to understand the fact that we need to begin to break down our educational system in a way that it begins to inview people's mind. So that when this strike every time, every year, you know, good day necessary. ASUU, this issue not be today. Now like about 2009 or thereabout, these people don't they shout. So an American government we don't go from 2009 to date over maybe 2 dispensation. So it should say something is wrong somewhere. Okay, so it not be about whether in a particular government or a particular president will come for power. Something they wrong, and until they begin to address that, it may they not play politics with all this issue of education. Then there will be I believe there should be something better.
Talking about continue to address the present reality. Make we also look at. I don't know if they actually occur to our leaders say education as a defining factor to development, and a lot of people also come and talk say maybe because of say a lot of their people know they school here, for that reason say they care less about the educational sector. How then can the people on their own part further push for a system of education where we say in the end it go dey all inclusive? No, okay, let me not use all inclusive. Maybe anybody will still get the right to say I want to do this thing. Still get the right to send a child go ahead. But an education will be saying in the end, it will get so much value than the declining state where would they probably see them right now. How then can the people also be involved so that government where would also give the responsibility to go say, okay, government, if this is not going right, we need to impose it on you people because now we put now there. And how then can we get that result from government? Now
you want use make you don't give me small chance. Make I talk about my agenda.
Okay, yes.
Now, one of my the key priority, if elected, now education. Now, I don't look firstly, we got to change our curriculum. Our curriculum for this country, now something where the guideline where they use teach Peking for school, is theoretical. You know they put anything for table. Pikin go schools. Most of the things we don't learn when we small, we no use them. Who could be the lie? All these things we learn. No, this is grammar, story. Something is not realistic. So first of all, we got to change our curriculum, the way we teach Pikin. May our level of education they practical. Maybe say, okay, Pikin if you learn this thing and if you use them for future, if you use them for real life experiences, not be theory. However, the system of government, the system of education for this country needs to be improved because the fact is, number one, there is poor infrastructure. If you go to some schools, it's not even conducive for learning. It is not conducive for learning. Some people don't, some structures. Some people don't even get books. Some people don't get chairs. Some people don't even get enough teachers. Some people don't get stationary. So it shows where we are lacking. And until we begin to understand this thing, because the honest to be said, all these government officials know they send their Pikin go to this government school. For me, I just finished a course, a postgraduate course in Unilag. Okay. So I know what it is to be in a government institution and to work on. When we do our 200 for our second year, if you see the Kukulu class where they put us, for over 200 people or over 100 and something people, they cut us for there. So it shows what our educational sector is in Nigeria. And we must begin to address that thing as fast as we can, because unless this country no get headway.
And okay, and I could make a note further dwell on this, and make we at least bring them down to the reason why you come here. And for our viewers, where they call us, because we will soon open our phone lines, and we also expect make our viewers also call in and also contribute to the next phase of issues we will also need to talk about. So, Honorable Taiwo Oreoluwa Osoyin, the context for the position of at least Lagos State House of Assembly under for this Etiosa 1 constituency. Okay, if we look at if we see talks we get legislators for the federal level, and a lot of people talk say, look, the focus so far, a lot of people talk say, at least we know our legislators on the federal level. Waiting, and perhaps a lot of people also talk say, okay, waiting again, a state legislator, they can't do. If we don't get person, we say if they represent Etiosa constituency or Etiosa 1 constituency for federal level. Waiting be that services where the state legislator, they can't offer, way different from waiting the person we did for federal level, they can't offer.
Okay, make I break it down. We get 3 tiers of government. We have the executive. The executive. No, we have three tiers of government. That is the federal, the state, and the local government. Now, for the federal, the representative for National Assembly, now they check waiting the executive for federal they do. Now them they do appropriation, and then they pass bill for federal, because that is the federal government. For state government, the executive, the legislature where the state government, now they check the work of the governor of that state. So now that one are the state government. Then for the local government, we get local government chairman. Who they check on that? Now why they get councillors and supervisors for local government. So everybody get a responsibility. Everybody get waiting concern. Now, if you notice, some for federal representation or for federal National Assembly, they get bigger agendas. They get bigger constituencies. Like for example, Etiosa, for example, no get 1 and 2 for federal. But for state, it gets 1 and 2. So those are the differences, because then if you look at for federal again, we get the green chamber, we get the red chamber. That is the Senate and the House of Representatives. Now for the red chamber, we get the senator. Currently, we get for Lagos State, we get 3 senatorial districts for Lagos State. That is Lagos Central, Lagos East, and Lagos West. So all those ones put together, if they make government ordinarily supposed the legislative arm of government is supposed to stand as a way of checking and balancing the responsibilities of the executive. But for Nigeria today, it don't turn, if you not be my friend, you go be my enemy. And it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to, okay, President, okay, it's supposed to do this thing. Because the legislative arm of government are the people that are closer to the grassroots. And they're supposed to understand the thing. Unfortunately, again, we say, for most of the elections, Nigerians know they always vote for their legislative arm of government. Everybody concerned with President and governor. If you don't, that one don't feel. But they don't know, say, the main people who they most hold for responsible, accountable, now they're legislators. If a legislator is not performing, if there's no how, the government will perform. Because now the legislator will tell the executive waiting you need for your constituency.
But make I ask you, you talk say the people know they too focus on this, then they know who their state house of assembly leaders be, and then they even focus during the election, then they come out and say that they vote for this thing. She will also talk say maybe somehow, maybe because of say they know too probably they see the effects of state assembly leaders. That's why then they perhaps pay attention, in as much as you know say they get rule. How then can the people, or perhaps legislators for the state level, also fit at least establish a very cordial relationship? We go there very visible. I mean, beyond just visible, we say the people go also feel say, okay, we can give account of our own state legislators. How then can that connectivity there between state legislators and the people, so that at least from now they will start to see the reality, the work with their representative for state. They do.
Now, the honesty we say, even the no connection there for any system, any tiers of government. That's the honest truth. An arm of government. The people don't even know. Some people don't know who they represent them for assembly. Ordinarily, yes, you talk say maybe because some people know they do their work. Most of them know they do their work. Most of them just believe say legislature begins and ends on election day and on the day INEC announces results. Whereas it's not supposed to be. Ordinarily, it's supposed they come to your constituency, they see the pain of the people, they understand, okay, these people need so and so thing, these people need so and so thing, these people need so and so thing. Now, currently, for Etiosa, something they happen currently. I just got an information now, say, from CMS to Aja, now 600 naira, which ordinarily supposed to be 250, 300. Now, that is a big challenge where I want to address. Because if people know if it does, they use traffic, rain, they stop people and things like that. So those are the basic things. Because me, I feel the pain of the people. I know what the people need. I know I dey around the people. But unfortunately, our lawmakers know they feel that pain. They know that once they don't win election, they go to Ikeja, some go get house for anywhere. Some themselves no, they even live for Nigeria. They don't even they come chamber, can't do anything. So all those things got change. And the decision of that depends on the people on election day. Person wey you no see for ground, no use because say if they want political party, go use okay, make I vote for am. It's not about political party now, it's about individual wey fit perform and wey fit do the work well. So the election dynamics must change by 2019.
Okay, it has to change. It must change just by going by what you talk. But and make we also at least review look from another different angle where they of concern. If you look the relationship between legislators for state and the governor of the state they be. It's just like paddy kind of relationship and paddy kind of relationship. Just like say the legislators for the states they submissive to the executive arm of government for the state. And what that means is say loyalty to the person who will be governor or you understand that kind of thing. And say how can we look beyond just this and say separate these people? That loyalty has to what? Has to be properly separated so that at least their job will feed this thing. Everybody will feed they properly independent. Before you go answer them, we get our first caller. Good evening and welcome to Ask the Hot. Oga Tony.
Hello.
Oga Tony, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, would they greet you?
Yes.
Good evening, Oga Tony.
Good evening.
Yeah, would they hear you? Talk to us.
Oga Taiwo.
Oga Tony, good evening. I hear you.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about the budget. You're talking that I want to present budget tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
I don't see why we should keep on budgeting, why the previous one is not working. You know, like in my area now, we don't have power. I have to buy fuel to watch this as it is hot. Which ordinary are supposed to have power to watch it. But if you go to our budget, you find out that there's a power in 2019. Why the 2018 budget is not working? So I don't see why Nigeria are living this way. I don't see why the country is in this form. I don't see why we should have reason not to hold our leader accountable in what they're doing. It's really bad. Every Nigeria has reason to die, which is not supposed to be so. So to hold our leader accountable, that this thing is supposed to be so. If you are giving a budget, at least 50% of the budget should be seen in Nigeria's life. Which is pretty bad. Because I don't know why our government are not addressing the main issues that is the campaigning for new elections. Why we have issues in the ground. So this is my own contribution.
Oga Tony, thank you very much for your contribution and at least phone lines they open for anybody who want to do anything. We want also calling. You want to react to
Make I react to Oga Tony talk. Okay. Oga Tony, as they hear me, go find out who they represent you for your federal constituency. Go find out who they represent you for your state constituency. Hold them responsible. Ask them what thing that they use because every constituency gets project where you're supposed to deliver and you don't submit something. So ask them why you no get light when you see them. When you call your constituency, no ask them for money, no question them for anything. Just ask and say, Oga, waiting, we never get light for so and so day. And things like that. So what I go tell Oga Tony be that.
Okay. No wala. Going back to waiting I be they asked before and last time we got another person with their telephone line. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I beg, talk to us. Will they hear you?
I think your guest for the studio.
Okay, they hear you.
Good evening, my brother. I hear you.
You see, this our country be as it gets. we go start on the first one.
Okay.
I believe, say, the people when they make law for us, then they owe people when they work for them. And nobody they owe them. If that one gets sense, you know good. Legislative workers, now the engine room of all lawmakers.
Exactly.
Now they make sure, say, their work, they go on smoothly.
Exactly.
Now, when they collect on a salary, when I forget the salary of the people when they work for now, when they make it possible for now to work. Yes, meaning, it shows say our legislators know they sensitive to their own immediate workers. So the workers, they're very correct on their protest. And if they don't take time, it will be an embarrassment if Oga Patapata come tomorrow and come see people they hang around the assembly premises because of salary issue. Now, big embarrassment.
Thank you very, very much for this, your contribution. A big embarrassment, and you don't also talk and finish, say, at least people when they work for legislators, how come and then they get their salary? Why the legislators and people they represent us, they get their own salary? At least, thank you very much for that contribution. So going back to it now, you talk, Godfatherism is a play out. Of course, a lot of people describe them as Godfatherism between governors and the legislators. There is this form of loyalty where State House of Assembly members they normally give the governors until say maybe na deciding factor. I would also look and say, okay, it is not about the person where they in charge. It is not about the action or probably waiting in what make we do. It is about us having that separation of power. We will also feel at least affect the people. Because if a governor decides to say, now what I want to do, and the legislators on their own part know they're interested in such, at least because of say the dominance role of the governors, now we just accept. How then we go feel look at say look we have this proper separation of power so that at least our responsibility could they properly defined. If the governor mess up, we not say he mess up.
That's by electing the right people to office. Now, what they always happen be say, most of the time, the people where they office or the people where they House of Assembly, even if they know they're the same party, by the time they enter, by the time they get elected, most of them they always spot. Why they always spot come out another party to the ruling party of that governor? Be say by the time they house for for a particular month, they no go fit do anything. They no their constituency itself no go fit their impact because they go frustrate them to ensure that they join their boat. So that one self go gas change first. Now, by putting the right people into government, by the time you put the right people into government, we understand legislative responsibilities, then that will be able to take place.
Okay, bringing it down to Etiosa, one constituency where they contest for. But before that, we collect this call from Oga Bright. Oga Bright, good evening.
Good evening, Kubi.
We greet you, Oga Bright.
I greet you, my brother.
Yes.
How today?
We did fine.
Honorable Toby, good evening, my brother.
My brother Bright, I greet you. How today now?
Thank God, though.
Okay, God bless you.
My question goes straight to you. As you don't come now, make we dey see you. If you eventually enter that place, how many times we go dey see you? Answer this question, make Lagos self dey see you. If you enter this post as you come now, make we vote for you. We go vote for you definitely. Then tell us how we go take the see you. Because you get what you tell Oga John, say the person where they represent your constituency, waiting they happen for their life. Now, if you don't enter, I know we're not going to see you again. Tell us where your office is. Where would they put like reports so that we could reach you one-on-one?
Okay.
We don't want to contest. Now that time we go see you now.
Okay. Oga Bright, thank you very much for this. You understand what Oga Bright talk. Say, in case you become the representative tomorrow, where they feed the meeting start, I know say some of our leaders, once they don't elect them, not there.
My plan be say, Etiosa no get legislative office.
Okay.
Now, if elected, what I want to do be say, I go build legislative office for Etiosa.
Okay.
Now, that legislative office might take about 2 years before completion, or about a year, 6 months. Now, before then, we go to use the local government offices as a way of liaising
with the people.
So I'll be at the local government on a regular basis, unless when I need to attend to plenary in the state assembly. But they can find me in the local government office and I also leave my house address. So in case you know if you find me for local government,
you go there, make
you
them
go
find come your house. Okay, looking at your course, the course where they go for, that is the office where they go for. Waiting actually they missing for a Tiosa one constituency for state level where you actually what don't see is okay, this is what I want to address. Or at least we go different from waiting the existing leadership, or perhaps waiting people who don't do in the past never really fit achieve.
Number 1, education.
Okay.
Number 2, freedom. Number 3, health. Number 4, youth and women empowerment. Make I break down this way. Okay. On education, how many people they go school for 8 years or today? Very few. Now, what thing they happen we say people no want go school again. It just that people believe say they now only party they want to do. And it gas change because we no fit sustain the economy like that again. Okay. Now, for the schools, what thing they happen for schools? Children go write exam, they not go fit pass. People, for my phone, I feel show the general public of pikin of 9-year-old, where they primary 2, 10-year-old, when no fit spell in name for a Tiosa. So it shows the kind of quality of education we have in the constituency. That must change. That must change. Now on freedom.
Okay, if you're saying that must change,
yes.
You get any logical approach where you will actually use? Because sometimes saying something on the surface different from the approach where you won't use.
Exactly.
Waiting be that approach where you actually won't use, where you go make and they define and say, okay, see where this thing they lead us to.
Good. According to my governorship candidate, Brother Mosi, now they work together in educational plan. Now the plan we say maximum of 720 pupils go to school. Now, currently we have over 1,000 students in schools. How will you learn?
Honorable, I beg, just pause on there. Make we collect this call from Ibrahim. Ibrahim, good evening and welcome to As The Hot. Ibrahim, there? Ibrahim?
Hello?
Yeah, would they hear you talk to us? Okay,
hello?
Ibrahim, would they hear you? If your TV there on, bring the volume down, I beg.
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Would they fine?
There is a mix-up here. My name is Hamza from Abuja, not Ibrahim.
Okay, Hamza, to go correct and no vex.
Yes, from Abuja.
Okay, we'll go correct them now.
Yes, I thank you very much for fixing this type of program. I want to assure you we listen to your program here in Abuja.
Thank you.
The program is very educating. But what I want to discuss here, National Assembly, it's not all the people in National Assembly that have been voted for. Most of the workers who are agitating for their salaries, they are civil servants. In fact, they are staff of the head of civil service. And so they are different from the politicians who are agitating. So their salaries do not go to the National Assembly per se to be approved by the President or Speaker of the National Assembly. So the National Assembly they are separate from their workers.
Okay.
So I want to get it clear that because the guest there was thinking that it's the responsibility of the Senate President to pay them salaries. They are civil service, they have their own. Yes. So, and I haven't said so. I like the debate that was shown recently by the Vice President of presidential candidate. Yes, they talked about restructuring, which is very eminent to the growth and development of Nigeria. We agree. Let us remove this issue of highways belonging to the federal government and state. Let the state, any roads that pass through the state government should take control of it and they be funded from the federal government or from the accrued revenue they get. So that will reduce the impression that the Mr. President did not get votes from this state and therefore is not taking care of the citizens of any state.
Okay, Hamza, thank you very, very much for this your contribution. And make also establish on this state. About that issue we'll talk about national, would they refer to government generally, not just restricting it to one this thing, the government in place, government generally. Okay, so they talk about your plan. So quickly.
Yes, now on education, we get plan to break down the population for schools.
Okay.
Now that will help because pikin and teacher go get direct interaction to learn from one another. Number two be say for infrastructure and freedom for Etiosa people dey pay tax. How people go dey pay tax and go dey pay huge amount of money for toll gate? I never see am before. Toll gate, even if you wan pay am, e gats be something wey na chicken money. Now they don say maintenance of road. As at the last count wey I do from Sanfield down to Sogotedo, I counted 82 potholes in Etiosa Expressway. So it is factual. Now, so what maintenance are you making on the road? So those are the things. There is traffic every day on that road. What are you saying we are doing to us?
So looking
now,
at okay.
on healthcare, a lot of people and I don't have facilities to healthcare. Now they build health center, primary health centers. The primary health centers no get ordinary paracetamol for there. Now only bush and wheat is there around the primary center. That must change. Now that is the responsibility of the local government chairman because that is jurisdiction.
Yes.
But who they monitor that thing? Nobody. Then they talk about infrastructural youth and women empowerment. My mission is to ensure that every young person must believe and say this Etiosa where in they live or where it come from or where they do business if you make something out of them. So that's the plan.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. You don't actually hit talk the major things, but because of say we don't get too much time again, and I go want at least make you look to our viewers, people where they represent, where they invite to call represent that Etiosa one constituency for Lagos State. Tell them that majority way you need to tell them so that I make their feed know. So okay, see what they offer them. You don't already tell them what you want to offer them. Actually, what that majority we also need to tell them for the last for one final this thing. So I make them also believe in your candidacy.
My dear constituents of Etiosa, what I want to tell you now, this simple. For the past 20 years, how in our life don't be? Asking ourselves that question. In I don't gain the benefit of government and governance. In I don't enjoy waiting that they call government. Not about party this time around. It is about delivering the call of responsibility of government in the people. And as a young man, I know the pains of the people. I feel the pains of the people. I experience the same pains of the people, and I can solve the pains of the people. I oblige you. Come March 2nd, 2019, please come out with your PVC and vote Action Democratic Party, ADP, for the State House of Assembly, Etiosa Constituency 1. Your vote for me is a vote for the young person, is a vote for the future of Nigeria, and is a vote for the future Republic of Nigeria. And God bless you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very, very much for at least for also honoring our own invitation. And for our viewers who they watch us, I know say at least Etiosa people that don't hear waiting one of the candidates also they talk. So till tomorrow we'll go come again with another beautiful edition of our program as it is hot. Una bye bye.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.